My name is Julia Janssen. I'm an artist researching the influence of technology, data and AI on our society and on our future societies. I'm also the ambassador of the Dutch Data Protection Foundation in class actions against big tech. We're taking Amazon, X, and Adobe to court for mass surveillance and illegal data collecting practices. I kind of created my own career, and that makes it sometimes difficult to explain to people what I do, whether it's hosting a talk show or talking with my lawyers or speaking at a political or a tech conference. I think these are all very important pieces of the puzzle combined with the core, which is art. As an artist, but also as a human being, I think life is about struggling and doubting and wondering and not knowing. And I also get that it's sometimes great that in this very demanding and complex life, that you just want to come home and an AI will tell you what to cook for dinner and what movie to watch and how to reply to an email. It all seems so innocent, but the thing is, our brain is a muscle, and the less we use it for simple decisions or simple tasks, it'll become harder to make more complexer ones. And I think that's very, very dangerous. Do we really want, the more fundamental questions to be determined by AI, deciding whom to date, what career moves to make, what to study, who to be friends with? Like all these kind of bigger questions we really have to ask ourselves, because where will that lead us? I think one of the things that I fear for the future of our society is that there might be not much left of what we call society. And what I mean by that is that we're all living in our own personalized and tailored realities. Companies are now merging generative AI with predictive AI. So imagine companies collecting data from 30,000 or more apps and websites and combining it all to distract, your fears, your vulnerabilities, your desires, your behavior, and then use that information to not just show you ads, but to create those with generative AI. What will that do to trust in media, in politics, in each other? How are we going to have a conversation if your reality is not matching mine, but it's so far out of the scope of my algorithm, it is non-existing to me? People will become more isolated, more distrustful, and meaning they will probably chat more with chatbots, and then becoming even more lonely and isolated and comfortable, with this confirmation bias and the AI always being there for them, and, distrusting people for, having their own kind of opinions and stuff. And I think that will lead to not having like a society anymore. I love technology, although I'm more so outspokenly critical. I'm not critical on the technology per se, but the incentives and the industry behind it. We actually can build the internet, AI, and our future society is completely different in a way that is not only serving commercial interests, but also thriving on public values like equality, openness, autonomy, and democracy. But it's not happening overnight. We need to act and not sit back and think, well, it's just the way it is, or we're too late. There is so much we can do to take back control and to change the course of the internet, but we have to do it together. I nominate Monique Steins. She is a digital rights advocate specialized in bias in algorithms and growing inequality due to technology. And I hope that Monique can share some valuable insights and perspectives on how to make our future more diverse, more human-centric, more equal.